Hello again from me, Rouvaun Smit. Thanks for joining me here on A Sure Thing. Few of the guys I spoke to during the week, they're chomping at the bit. Looking forward to the first weekend of November, because that is when feature racing really starts to kick into gear. Lots to look forward to on both Saturday and Sunday, more so on Saturday, with a whole host of feature races on the Turffontein card. We're on the stand-side track, and it's good to have you along for the preview of the 10-race program that gets underway at 12 o'clock. There is an added bonus of a Pick 6 carryover, 500,000 Rand boosting the pool. You need to be on by the time race 4 jumps at 1340. That pool is estimated to get up to 3 million Rand. Speaking about money and big wins, don't forget your free Hollywoodbet punter challenge entry. You need to have that one on 5 minutes prior to the off of the opener. If you're not an account holder, open an account. That's the way you get involved. You put through your selections and you play the bet slip, because that is what puts you in line for the 1 million Rand jackpot prize that is on offer. Who knows? You could be the next lucky recipient. Right, there's money to be made on the Turffontein card. There are a couple of horses that I really like on the afternoon, so let's get straight to it. First race on the program is a maiden plate. 12 runners will line up at the 1160 meter mark, and here I'm looking no further than number 2, Major Arcana. This horse is currently 2.86 to 1 on Hollywoodbets.net. I really thought that was a very good debut over 1200. Lost a length, return having made a respiratory noise, but certainly finished off well to be beaten under a length by the winner. Definitely would have come on with the benefit of that one under the belt. But more importantly, I like the fact that Muzieni retains the ride and will likely know exactly what to do and to go one better on Saturday, because with any amount of improvement to come, I do think the one to beat. So I'm looking no further than number 2, Major Arcana, to beat number 12, Witch Hazel. For third, I'm going with number 3, Tintin, and fourth, number 10, Split the Lights. Moving on to the first leg of the bipot, race 2. The off time is 12:30. There are scratchings in race 2. You can take out number 2, Vamonos, and number 10, Floral Fury. Field reduced down to 15 runners. Don't forget to double check your card changes on race day. So, race 2, maiden plate fillies over 1160. Again, I'm not looking further than the obvious choice, and that is number 5, Quiet Winter. This horse currently 1.82 in the market on Hollywoodbets.net. If you look at the form, you'll see third in both course and distance starts. More importantly, a model of consistency yet to finish outside the money. Craig Zaki, Lucky Udalak as they team up, and I do think Quiet Winter can go one better on Saturday. Why? Third one after a rest should be cherry ripe to make her presence felt. So, 5, Quiet Winter is my choice to beat number 1, Tipperary. For third, number 3, Gaslight Dancer, and in fourth we're going with 6, Stone of Scone. Place Accumulator starts race 3. That's where the feature race action also starts to get going. It's the Golden Loom handicap listed, where they face the starter at the 1,000 meter mark. There is a scratching here. You can take out number 10, Minogue. Race 3. Dogs are barking about number 13, African Pride. From an opening call of 1.43, is now in the red in the antipose market at 0.83 to 1 on Hollywoodbets.net. I can see why the money's coming. This horse followed up that maiden win with an equally impressive post-maiden effort. In fact, won its last start by an even bigger margin. Also comes into the race carrying a postage stamp of just 52 kilograms on the back. Does go up in class, takes on a whole lot stronger here, but I do think could be equal to the task at hand. This is the kind of horse that will be jumping, going to the front and saying, come and catch me if you can. So, let's stick with number 13, African Pride as the selection, to beat number 5, Chieftain. For third, I'm going with 9, Karate Kid, and fourth, number 11, Charming Cheetah. Race number 4, first leg of the carryover Pick 6. Here you can scratch number 2, Tina Lovelace, so the field is reduced down to 11 runners. Starting sticks, grade 3, 3-year-old fillies, 1,400 meters. Here, number 1, Elegantrix, is at 2.27 to 1, 3.33 about number 6, Stormy Day, 5 to 1, number 5, Mlambo. Money about number 9, Warm Reception, from 6.25 to 1 into 5 to 1, and then at 6.25 to 1 and upwards, the others. I do think that this favourite can get beat. That is why I'm looking elsewhere in the opening leg of the carry forward pick 6. I'm siding with a horse that is unbeaten at this stage, and I'm going with number 6, Stormy Day. The Argentine import from the stable of Johan Janse van Veeren. If you look at this horse's form, loves to race up handy, won its debut by 4 1/4 lengths, was just staying on last time out. I do think there's more improvement to come. That last form line has also been franked by the horse that finished 4th, a horse called Maverick Queen, who subsequently come out and won next time out. Does go over a little bit further, but I wrote here, if seeing out 1400 from the front could be hard to beat. So I'm going 6, Stormy Day, to go for the hat-trick and beat number 4, Pretty Persuasive. For third, I'm going with 1, Allegantrix, and fourth, number 9, Warm Reception. Race 5 is leg 1 of Jackpot 1. It is the Graham Beck Stakes that jumps at 2:15 on Saturday afternoon. This a Grade 3 event for 3-year-olds over 1400 metres. Looking no further than number 1, Tin Pan Alley. Why? This horse was very impressive when making its seasonal debut last time out, and had won the Grade 2 Spring Challenge. Really was a win full of merit. Also, if you look at the form, you'll see won its only attempt over the course and distance. My slight reservation is the fact that Tin Pan Alley is drawn in 12, but does have Gavin Lorena on board, and he'll give him all the necessary assistance from the saddle, and I do think that Tin Pan Alley can make it back-to-back wins. So, I'm looking no further than 1, Tin Pan Alley, to beat number 6, Nayaka Nayaka. In third, I'm going with number 5, Whispering Death, and fourth, number 2, Zala Taurus. Race 6 is the next race on the programme we're looking at. The Yellowwood Handicap listed, a race for fillies and mares. 14 runners will face the starter at the 1800 metre mark, and this race has got a wide open look about it. 4-1 the field, 1 World of Alice 4-1, 5-1 number 13 Warning Sound. You can then get 7.14-1 about number 9 Two-Step Queen, 11 Women's World at 8.33-1, and 10-1 and upwards the others. You're probably going to have to play with quite a bit of cover. You know, add a few in, just take a smaller percentage of the exotics you are going to be playing on the day. I was umming and eyeing in this race, and eventually I decided I'm going to go with number 9, Two-Step Queen. She's got good consistent form coming into this race. If you look at her career record over the distance, she's had 4 wins, or rather 4 runs over the distance for a win and a third, but she's 1 from 1 over the distance. I also think that from pole position, she will have the run of the race. Sean Veal will likely take her to the front, and from there, she could be hard to peg back. Hence the reason I'm siding with 9, Two-Step Queen, to beat number 13, Warning Sound. In third, I'm going with number 1, World of Alice, and in fourth, number 3, Lady Fallon. We now get to the big one of the afternoon, and that's the Charity Mile Grade 2. 16 runners plus 3 reserve runners. Here, number 4, Confederate, is the favourite at 3.57-1. 13, Call Me Getrix at 5.56-1. 7.14-1 about number 11, Shreis Sonada. 10, Bust Up on Hanslow on the drift out to 8.33-1. 10-1 and upwards the others. What do we do? Where do we go? In fact, I missed Atticus Finch, number 1, is at 7.14-1 in the betting as well. Must admit, I'm going to side with a horse I know well from Cape Town, and that is number 13, Call Me Getrix. She is now in the care of Sean Terry. She is a model of consistency. She gets the services of Muzi Yeni. He rode her in her penultimate start when she finished second. I shouted for her last time out when she won the Joburg Spring Challenge for fillies and mares. I do think that she is all about the action. She's found a bit of betting support. She comes in here with 54.5 kilograms, and I do think she can give the boys a run for their money. So I'm going 13, Call Me Getrix, to beat number 4, Confederate. For third, I'm going with 1, Atticus Finch, and fourth, number 10, Bust Up on Hanslow. Moving along to race number 8. This is the Java Stakes listed to be run over 2,400 metres. Here we have 12 runners who will face the starter. Number 10, In Flame, is at 2-1. That's the horse top of the boards. 8, Damio at 4-1. 6, Moment at 5.56-1. 7.14 to 1 about number 4 United Council, 8 to 1 and upwards the others. You know what? I'm going to stick with a horse that I've been following lately, and that is number 6 Moment. Didn't let the side down in its last 2 outings. That penultimate run, sure, that was very impressive, won it by 10.5. Last time out was staying on nicely and crossed the line first and won by just over a length and a half. I do think that from Stallgate 9, Marco van Rensburg will have more than enough time to use the early gate speed, overcome the draw, get to the front and play come and catch me if you can tactics. I do think that Moment can bring up the hat-trick. That's the first choice. 6 Moment to beat number 4 United Council. For third, I'm going with number 10 In Flame, and fourth, number 3 Breeze Over. That takes us on to the penultimate race on the card. Race 9 is a merit-rated 100 handicap, a race for fillies and mares over 1160 metres. Here I'm looking no further than number 6 Perfect Miracle. In fact, I am almost tempted to bank in the last leg of the pick 6. 2 from 2 is this horse's career record thus far from the stable of Tony Peter. Comes into the race carrying 52.5 kilograms. She's unbeaten in 2 starts. She's a speedy sort. She stayed on well over 1200 last time out on this track when she just held challenges at bay. She's a filly that is definitely still on the up and I do think can remain unbeaten. She's going for the hat-trick. She's at 1.52 to 1 in the anti-post market. She's my selection to win it, ahead of number 5 Blizzard Snow. For third, I'm going with number 3 Kindred Heart, and fourth, number 4 Calantha. That takes us on to the final event, race number 10. This is a merit-rated 82 handicap, a race for fillies and mares over 1160 metres. This race jumps at 5:15, and sure, not an easy end to the day. 4 to 1 the field. Number 3 Tuscan Romance is at 4 to 1. 9 Captive Seal is at 5 to 1. Captain Solvi, rather, is at 5 to 1. Then you can get 5.5 to 1 number 4 United Offer, 7.14 to 1 number 7 Lost for Words, 8.33 to 1 and upwards the others. You know what? I should do this and hope the pen lands on the right one, but I need to nail my colours to the mast. It is not easy at all to tip one outright. Having to do so, I'm going to side with number 3 Tuscan Romance. I thought that was a very good post-maiden run when second last time out. I do think that this horse has finally got her mind on the task at hand. She's drawn in barrier position 16, so she'll be up along the outside running well. She'll be up there from the get-go, no doubt. That's her style of racing. She should strip a whole lot fitter too, second run after a rest. And I'm siding with number 3 Tuscan Romance to beat number 7 Lost for Words. For third, I'm going with number 9 Captain Solvi, and fourth, number 4 United Offer. And that takes care of feature race action at Turffontein on Saturday afternoon. Trust you'll have an enjoyable and profitable day's racing. Till next time from me, Rouvaun. Cheers for now.